staring at your tiny garden, patio, or balcony, and feeling it's just not wow enough. Tired of envying those sprawling, picture-perfect gardens that seem out of reach without a massive yard or wallet? Here's the game changer. Small spaces are your creative playground. The secret to a show-stopping garden isn't fancy plants or pricey designs. It's the humble stones you've been ignoring. These natural gems can add jaw-dropping texture, timeless charm, and year-round magic to your space. At Garden Homes, we're unveiling 10 brilliant, budget-friendly stone art ideas that'll transform your small garden into a personal masterpiece everyone will envy. Ready to turn ordinary into extraordinary? Stay with us, get inspired, and hit subscribe to join the Garden Homes. Let's make your garden unforgettable. Idea Gen 1. Painted pebble borders. Let's start with an idea that's all about pure joy and personality. Creating painted pebble borders. This is, without a doubt, one of the easiest and most effective ways to inject vibrant color and whimsical charm into your garden. We're talking about turning simple, plain pebbles into a lively edge for your garden beds or a playful decorated outline for your pathway. Imagine a little line of cheerful ladybugs marching along your herbs, a rainbow of colors leading to your front door, or even a series of stones painted with words that inspire you every time you see them. This project adds a massive visual pop without taking up a single inch of precious planting room. So how do you do it? It's a wonderfully simple process. First, you need your canvases. Gather some smooth, relatively flat river rock. You can find them on a nature walk, but be sure it's permitted in your area. Alternatively, you can buy a bag from any garden or craft store very affordably. Once you have your stones, give them a good scrub with soap and water and let them dry completely in the sun. This step is absolutely crucial. A clean, dry surface is the only way you'll get the paint to stick properly and last. For the paint, you'll want to use weatherproof outdoor acrylics. You can find these at any craft store. To make your designs truly pop and to give them an extra layer of durability, I strongly recommend applying a base coat of white or light-colored outdoor primer first. Then, let your imagination go wild. You do not have to be a world-class artist. Simple dots, bold stripes, or solid bright colors look absolutely amazing when arranged together. You could paint mandalas for a meditative vibe or even the names of the plants they're bordering. After your masterpiece is completely dry, you get to the final most important step. You must seal it. Apply at least 2 coats of a clear, waterproof, UV-resistant outdoor sealant. This will protect your art from the sun and the rain, ensuring your beautiful creations delight you for years and years to come. Idea Gen 2. DIY stepping stones. Next up, let's create art that's both beautiful and deeply functional. Creating your own DIY stepping stones. We've all seen the plain, gray, store-bought ones. They can be boring and surprisingly expensive. But when you make your own, you are literally putting a piece of your own story right into your garden path. A personalized path does more than just give you a place to walk. It guides the eye, creates a sense of flow, and can even make a tight space feel larger and more immersive. Each step becomes a discovery. The process is surprisingly simple and incredibly rewarding. You'll start with a mold, an old cake pan, a sturdy plastic plant saucer, or even a cardboard box carefully lined with a plastic bag will work perfectly. Next, grab a bag of quick-setting concrete mix from any hardware store. Follow the package directions, mixing it with water in a bucket until it's the consistency of thick, brownie batter. Not too watery, not too stiff. Pour the mix into your mold, and then gently tap the sides for a minute or two. You'll see little air bubbles rise to the surface. Tapping gets rid of those bubbles, which makes your final stone much stronger. Now for the magic. The part that makes it yours. Before the concrete begins to set, you press in your decorations. This is where you can get so creative. Use colorful sea glass, polished river stones, broken tile from a past project, or even small meaningful toys. You could press in large leaves like fern or hosta to make a beautiful fossil-like impression. Let them sit for a few hours, then gently peel the leaf away. You can even use letter stamps to spell out a name, a date, or a word like welcome. Once you're happy with your design, cover the mold loosely with a plastic sheet and let it cure for at least 48 to 72 hours. Be patient. After it's fully cured, gently pop your stepping stone out of the mold. The result is a tough, weatherproof piece of art that is completely uniquely you. Idea Gen 3. Stone mosaic pathways. If you're feeling a bit more ambitious and ready to take your garden path to a whole new level of artistry, let's explore the breathtaking world of stone mosaic pathway. This is a project that feels ancient and grand, like something you'd find in a centuries-old European garden, but you can scale it down perfectly to fit even the smallest patio or walkway. A mosaic path is so much more than a surface to walk on. It's a durable tapestry woven from stone that can trick the eye, creating illusions of space and movement. A swirling spiral pattern, for instance, can make a tiny patio feel grand and dynamic, while a sharp geometric pattern can add a touch of sophisticated modern style. While it looks incredibly complex, the basic technique is straightforward. First, you become a collector. Gather a good variety of small, relatively flat stones in different colors and sizes. This is key to creating contrast and interest in your pattern. Next, you have to prepare your path. This is the hard work that pays off. Dig out the area about 4 to 6 inches deep and fill it with a layer of crushed gravel. Tamp it down firmly with a hand tamper to create a stable, level base that won't shift over time. Now you'll mix your mortar. Be sure to use a mortar mix, not standard concrete, until it's like a stiff, thick batter. Working in small, manageable sections, maybe 2 feet by 2 feet, spread a 2-inch layer of mortar. Now for the artistic part. Press your pebbles into the wet mortar. For the most durable and traditional look, place them on their edges, packed tightly together. Create your pattern, and as you work, gently tap the stones with a piece of wood and a rubber mallet to keep them all at the same level. After a section is done and the mortar has set for a bit, use a stiff brush to gently clean any excess mortar off the tops of the stone. Once the whole path is cured for several days, you can brush a dry mix of sand and cement into the joints and lightly mist it with water to lock everything tightly in place. Idea Gen 4. Vertical stone towers. When you're working with a small garden, sometimes the best and only direction to build is up. That's where the ancient and beautiful art of stone cairns comes in. A cairn is, at its simplest, a stack of balanced stones. But it's also so much more. It's a vertical sculpture, a powerful focal point that draws the eye upward, adding a profound sense of peace, balance, and stability to your space. The real beauty of a cairn in a small garden is that it gives you maximum visual impact for the tiny bit of ground it sits on. It adds height, texture, and a sense of timelessness. To create a simple, balanced cairn, all you really need are some interesting stones and a bit of patience. This is a meditative process. Start with your largest, flattest stone for a solid, stable foundation. Then, one by one, add stones, usually working from largest to smallest. As you place each stone, feel for its center of gravity. It's a quiet conversation between you and the stone. You have to listen to it. Work slowly, test the stability, and don't be afraid to try different combinations until it feels solid and balanced. For a more permanent and taller tower that defies gravity a bit more, you can add a hidden support. For this, you'll need a metal rod or a piece of reed. Drive the rod securely into the ground where you want your cairn to be. Then, using a strong drill with a masonry bit, and wearing safety glasses, carefully drill holes through the center of your chosen stones. This is the most technical part, so take your time. Once they're drilled, you simply thread them onto the rod, arranging them however you like. This technique lets you create taller, more slender, and even whimsical towers that look almost as if they're twisted. A cairn, no matter how you build it, is a powerful statement, a peaceful, silent guardian for your small garden sanctuary. Idea Gen 5. Spiral stone bed edging. One of the most elegant and effective design tricks you can use in a small garden is incorporating curves and spiral. A spiral is a naturally beautiful shape that draws your eye on a journey, creating a sense of flow and movement that can make a limited space feel almost boundless. By using stones to build a spiral-shaped garden bed, you're not just organizing your plants, you're creating a living sculpture that is both incredibly beautiful and highly efficient. This shape, often called an herb spiral, cleverly maximizes your planting area and creates different microclimates all within one compact footprint. Think about it. The top of the spiral will be sunnier, warmer, and the soil will be drier because water drains downward. This is perfect for sun-loving, Mediterranean herbs like rosemary, thyme, or oregano. As you move down the spiral, the lower levels will be shadier and hold more moisture, creating the perfect home for plants like parsley, chives, or... To get started, pick a sunny spot in your garden and mark out the base of your spiral with flour or string. Then begin laying your first course of stones, following your marked line. As you build the wall up, gradually make it taller as you move towards the center. The outer end of the spiral might only be 1 stone high, while the center could be 4 or 5 stones high. There's absolutely no need for mortar if you take your time and fit the stones together snugly to create a sturdy dry stone wall. This also helps with drainage. Once your stone spiral is built, fill it with good quality garden soil and a healthy dose of compost. Now the fun part, Arrange your plants according to their light and water needs. The final result is a masterpiece of form and function, proving that a small garden can be a dynamic, productive, and spiraling universe all its own. Idea Gen 6. Rock animal figures. Now let's inject a dose of pure simple whimsy into our gardens, with adorable rock animal figures. This is all about sparking joy in small, unexpected ways. Imagine a little stone turtle sunning itself on a larger rock, a brightly painted frog peeking out from under a hosta leaf, or a coiled snake basking on the warm stone near a flower pot. These small, delightful touches are what make a garden feel truly personal and alive. In a small space, these tiny characters are especially brilliant because they fill the garden with personality and storytelling without taking up any valuable planting room. It's also a fantastic project to do with kids or grandkids, creating memories as well as decorations. The process is as simple as it is fun. It all starts with a treasure hunt for the right rocks. Let their natural shapes spark your imagination. Let the rock tell you what it wants to be. A smooth, round rock is a perfect turtle shell or a ladybug. A lumpy, oblong one could be a fantastic frog. A long, thin one is obviously a snake. Once you have your cast of stone characters, give them a good cleaning, let them dry, and then bring them to life with your outdoor acrylic paints. To give your creatures a 3D quality, you can attach smaller stones for heads, legs, or ears using a strong waterproof construction glue. Remember to seal your finished animals with a clear UV-resistant outdoor sealant. This is the step that ensures your little friends can withstand the rain and sun without their colors fading. The final and most enjoyable step is finding the perfect homes for your new friends. Don't just line them up, place them where they'll be a fun discovery for visitors. Or for you, a little frog by a water source, a turtle in a sunny spot. They're a joyful reminder that a garden is meant to be a place for play and imagination, no matter its size. Idea Gen 7. Mini stone sculptures. Art in the garden doesn't have to be big and loud. In fact, sometimes the most impactful art whispers. Creating mini stone sculptures lets you place tiny jewel-like focal points throughout your garden, rewarding a closer look and adding a layer of subtle, sophisticated style. Think of a perfectly balanced heart shape made from 2 curved stones you found, or a tiny arched bridge over a dry creek bed of pebbles. These small-scale sculptures are perfect for tucking into the corners of a raised bed, placing within a container plant, or setting on a patio railing. They don't demand attention, they gently invite it. This subtlety is perfect for creating a sense of richness and discovery without cluttering a small garden. Creating these is a wonderfully intuitive and relaxing process. Gather a collection of interesting stones that speak to you. Stones with unique textures, compelling colors, and interesting forms. You have 2 main ways to approach this. For a temporary Zen-like approach, you can simply practice balancing the stones to create a fleeting sculpture. This can become a daily meditative practice, a moment of calm and focus in your garden each morning. For a more permanent creation that can withstand a little bump or a strong wind, you'll need a strong, clear, waterproof glue like a 2-part epoxy. This lets you build more complex and delicate forms, like gluing small flat pebbles into the shape of a flower blossom, or building a miniature arch, perfect for a fairy garden. Place these tiny artworks thoughtfully. A single beautiful stone heart placed at the base of a favorite plant can feel like a secret gift, a little piece of hidden magic. It proves that often, the most profound beauty comes in the very smallest packages. Idea Gen 8. Stone planters and bowls. Let's explore a fantastic idea that combines the solid grounding quality of stone with the vibrant, soft life of plants, creating unique stone planters and bowls. This concept instantly turns a simple potted plant into a living sculptural statement. Imagine a rugged, hollowed-out stone overflowing with a tapestry of colorful succulents, or a shallow stone bowl that you've turned into a magical fairy garden. These are self-contained miniature landscapes, and they are perfect as a dramatic focal point for a patio table or a balcony corner. There are a few ways to approach this. The most ambitious, for the truly dedicated DIYer, is to find a soft stone like sandstone or tufa, and hollow it out yourself with a drill, a hammer, and a chisel. It's a lot of work, but the result is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. A much easier approach is to find pre-formed stone bowls, or troughs at garden centers, or architectural salvage yards. You can even repurpose a vessel meant to be a birdbath into a stunning dramatic planter. Just make sure it has a drainage hole in the bottom, or that you can drill. This is absolutely key for plants like succulents that hate wet feet. Once you have your stone planter, fill it with the right potting mix for your chosen plant. The contrast between the rough, ancient-looking stone and the soft, geometric shapes of succulents and cacti is especially breathtaking. You can create a tapestry of different colors and textures, echeverias, sedums, and string of pearls, all framed by the beautiful stone. Alternatively, you could seal a shallow bowl, fill it with water and add small aquatic plants and floating blossoms to create a serene miniature water garden. These are so much more than just containers. They are living sculptures that bring a powerful natural element to your small space. Idea 9. Embedded stone patterns in concrete. Now for a project that offers almost limitless creativity and delivers a high-end, custom look on a DIY budget. Creating embedded stone patterns in concrete. This technique allows you to transform a plain, utilitarian surface, like a concrete patio slab or a simple walkway, into a unique textured piece of art. In a small garden, your floors and walls are highly visible and take up a lot of visual real estate. Elevating them with beautiful stone patterns makes the entire space feel more luxurious, intentional, and thoughtfully designed. The possibilities are truly endless. You could create an elegant border of smooth river rocks, a jeweled, sparkling effect with colorful glass pebbles, or a large abstract swirl that adds energy and movement. This technique is easiest to do when you are pouring new concrete. Prepare and pour your concrete slab or walkway as you normally would. Once it's poured and leveled with a screed board, you have to be patient. You need to wait for the surface water, the bleed water, to completely disappear. The concrete needs to be set enough so the stones won't just sink to the bottom, but still soft enough for you to press them in. This is the critical window of time. Have your chosen stones washed and ready to go. Then, following a plan you've sketched out beforehand, simply press them into the surface. Embed them about halfway into the concrete, so they're held securely for decades to come. After all the stones are placed exactly where you want them, you must let the concrete fully cure for several days. Then come back with a wire brush and some water and gently scrub away any concrete haze from the surface of the stones to reveal their true color and beauty. To finish, apply a good concrete sealer for a polished, protected finish The result is a stunning, incredibly durable feature that seamlessly blends art right into the very fabric of your garden. Idea 10. Stone name or welcome signs. Finally, let's create a warm, personal invitation to your garden that sets the tone before anyone even steps inside. A stone name or welcome sign. This is such a charming and timeless way to greet your guests. Display your house number in a unique way, or place a positive word like sanctuary or peace at the entrance to your garden. For a small garden, especially one at the front of a house, it adds a touch of custom-made charm without taking up any space at all. This project is wonderfully straightforward. First, you need to find a suitable stone with at least one relatively flat, smooth. A nice piece of slate or a large flat-sided river rock is perfect for this. Once you have it, clean the stone thoroughly and let it dry. You can sketch your letters lightly with a pencil first. For a neat, uniform look, you can use stencil, or you can fully embrace your own handwriting for a more personal, rustic feel. To apply the lettering, the easiest and most effective option is to use high-quality outdoor acrylic paint and a fine-tipped brush. Choose a color that stands out beautifully against the natural color of the stone. White on dark slate, for instance, looks stunning. For an even more permanent and professional look, you could try engraving the stone with a rotary tool and a diamond. Whichever method you choose, the most important final step is to finish your sign with several coats of a clear, weatherproof, UV-resistant outdoor sealant to protect it from the elements. Display your finished creation proudly by the entrance to your garden. It's more than a sign. It's a symbol that this is a place of comfort, peace, and home. So as you can see, transforming your garden doesn't require a huge space or a big budget. It doesn't require a team of landscape. It just takes a little bit of creativity and the willingness to see the potential for magic in the most common, most humble of materials. From a playful painted pebble border that makes you smile, to a peaceful meditative stone cairn that adds a sense of history, each of these 10 ideas proves that real, lasting beauty can be built with your own two hands. The very things you might have thought were limitations, the small size of your space, the tight budget, are really just invitations to be more creative, more personal, and more resourceful. Your garden is your canvas, and these ideas are just the beginning, just a little spark to get you started. So which of these projects lit up your imagination? Was it the intricate, ancient-looking mosaic path, or the simple, whimsical charm of a painted rock animal? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear which idea was your favorite, and what you're now planning to create in your own garden sanctuary. And if you're hungry for more inspiration on how to make your small space stand out and feel like a personal masterpiece, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's next. Until then, get outside, gather some stones, and start creating the beautiful garden of your dreams.